I apologize. I had to stop my dog from doing something naughty there. So we're going to start number 3 again. Which number is both a multiple of 6 and a factor of 60? I'm going to do my factors of 60 and my multiples of 6. So my factors are 1 and 60, 2 and 30. We have 3 and 20. Then I have 4 and 15. Hopefully I've left myself enough space here. I have 5 and 12. I may have to squeeze some in below. I'm going to have to do that. And then I have 6 and 10. Sorry, didn't leave myself enough room. But I have my factors set up that way. Move in a little bit. Let's do our multiples of 6. 6, 12, 18, 24. We'll kind of stop there. I guess I put one more there, but let's take a look and see what we have going on. So we're looking for multiple of 6 and a factor of 60. Let's take a look. I have 6 in common. I have 12 in common. And I have 30 in common. So which is a number that is both a multiple of 6 and a factor of 60? Well, let's check our answer choices. Is 10 correct? No, not in there. 12 is in there. Got that one. 15, it's a factor of 60, but it is not a multiple of 6, and nor is 20. So our answer is B, 12. All right, let's take a look at number 4. Number 4, we're getting into our dividing fractions with models, which is what we have been spending our last week with. So which number sentence represents what is in the model below? First of all, I have to take a look at my picture and see what is shown, because remember, we always start with my dividend, and the dividend is what I have. So I'm going to put a little label here, what I have. I have 1, 2 wholes, and a half. There's my 1 whole, another 1 whole, and then I have half. So I'm starting out with 2 and 1/2. That's what I have. And then what am I dividing it by? What's my divisor? Well, let's take a look. What's shaded in? I'm dividing it by a half. So now I have 2 1/2 divided by a half. So simply looking for my equation. C is our answer for this one. Always remember, you're starting with what I have. That is your dividend. And then what is my divisor? Those are the groups of. All right, number 5, good old Nikki. I think we have seen a problem like this a few times so far this year. So Nikki has $5 to buy school supplies. She buys 4 folders that are 68 cents each. She spends the remaining money buying pencils that are 19 cents each. If she has no money left over, how many pencils did she buy? So I'm looking for my pencils. This, my friends, is a 3-step problem. We have a lot of math to do for this one. Hopefully this is going to give me enough room to do it. So let's take a look. And just to let you know, while I'm doing this problem, my naughty puppy is now eating my son's soccer cleat. Oh, gracious. All right, let's take a look at this problem. So we're going to start off by multiplying what we already know she spent, which is our 68 cents times those, sorry about that, 68 cents times the 4 folders that she bought. So I have my 68 times 4. I have my 32. 2's down, 3 is up. 4 times 6, 24. 5, 6, 27. 7 is down, 2 is up. 4 times 0, 0, plus 2. 272. I have to move my decimal over. $2.72. Not finished yet. I need to use this to find out how much change she gets back from her original $5, because this is how much she starts out with. So I am going to take her $5 and I'm going to subtract from it $2.72, making sure to line up my decimals. Remember, multiplication, we shun those decimals until the end. Adding and subtracting, we've got to have those right up front. So this is a money problem. Add my dollar signs. You know how much Miss Tay and I love to see those dollar signs. I am regrouping straight across. 10 minus 2, 8. 9 minus 7, I have 2. And then 4 minus 2, I have $2.28. However, $2.28 does not help me yet, because now I have to figure out how many 19-cent pencils she is buying. I have a total and I am breaking that total up into smaller pieces, so I am dividing. I have 228 divided by 19 cents. Slide, slide. I had to slide twice on the outside, so I am sliding twice and then popping it straight up, raising that roof and taking it up. So I have 228 divided by 19 now. We are not going to forget our toolkit. Over here on the corner, we're doing our multiples of 19. I'm just going to do my first 4, and then if we have to add from there, we will. So I have 19 plus 19 is 38. 38 plus 19 gives me 56, and then 56 plus 19 gives me 75. All right, so there are my first 4. If I need to add more, I will certainly do so. 19, let's get my ticks. If you're in my class, you know how I feel about those. Keep everything lined up nice and neat. 19 goes into 2, 0 times. Now I'm looking at 19 into 22. 19 will go into 22 1 time. So let's subtract that out. 22 minus 19 leaves me with 3, because I can add on 19, 20, 21, 22. And then I'm bringing down the 8. From there, how many times will 19 go into 38? Well, lucky for us, we already have our answer there with our toolkit. Subtract it out all the way. This is our quotient, answer to division. That tells us how many pencils. Itty bitty writing. There's my answer. So I have Nikki buying 4 of her folders for 68 cents, and then she is buying 12 19-cent pencils. All right, number 6. We are doing a long division. We have 2,520 as our dividend. We are dividing that by 36. 36 is our divisor for this one. We need to set up our toolkit. I have cheated on this one, and I will tell you I have already done my multiples for the first 4 on this one because I knew I was going to need them, so I can write them down quickly. But if you weren't sure, then you should be doing your addition over in the corner. I'm going to do my first 4 again, and then we'll go from there. Got my lines up here. 36 goes into 2. Nope, it does not, Miss Traster. 36 into 25. Still will not work. 36 into 252. Oh no, well, I have 4 multiples listed, and I would have to keep going to get to 252. However, I'm getting a little bit better at this whole math thing. So I'm going to take a look at 108. If I doubled 108, that would give me 216. All right, because that's a pretty friendly number for me to use. If I doubled, that would give me too many. So I think I'm going to try multiplying it times 7. That's going to be my go-to strategy, is that I'm going to guess and check, but I'm guessing based on where I was from my multiples that I've already written out. So 7 times 6 is going to give me 42. 7 times 3, 21 plus 4, 252. Well, wouldn't you know it? 252. We are subtracting that out. I have to bring down my 0. This is the common mistake people make. Don't make the mistake. Ready? I still have to ask how many times 36 goes into 0 because I have one more tick mark right here and it cannot be left alone. So how many times will 36 go into 0? It will not. But it gives us our quotient of 70. And if you're doing your multiplication check, you should know that 70 times 36, once you've done it, will give you 2,520. But if you had done 7, which we did very trickily give you as an answer choice, you would have ended up with a much smaller number. So your answer for number 6 is B. All right, let's go to the next page. Question 7 is where we are. Straighten it out for you a little bit, getting into some dividing fractions. This one doesn't have a model. We had gone over our keep, change, flip, but we also went over why that works, because really you end up multiplying and getting rid of that denominator. So let's take a look. We have keeping 120. We are changing our sign from division to multiplication. Remember, multiplication can be shown as the dot. And then we are flipping, which we all know is the reciprocal. We're doing the reciprocal, 5/4. Now, before I go, I'm going to talk a little bit about doing your cross canceling, because cross canceling is a time saver and it helps us work with some smaller numbers, and we like that. So you use GCF, greatest common factor. We've been working on it for weeks. So you're using greatest common factor to see what is my greatest common factor between 20 and 5. Well, it's 5. So I'm going to divide both of these by 5 and cancel them out. So 5 divided by 5 equals 1. 20 divided by 4, that's going to give me 4. 1 times 1, happy number of 1. 4 times 4, 16. Now I could have done it the other way. I would have just had to reduce after the fact. But your answer for this one is 1/16, which is C. All right, what is the reciprocal? We love the reciprocal. Reciprocal of 4 and 5/8. It's a two-step problem because before we can do the reciprocal of it, we have to turn this number into an improper fraction. I hope you were like, this was a sort of a Dora moment and you answered that question, because otherwise I'm feeling a little foolish. All right, so we have 8 times 4 plus 5, which is going to give us, I lost my train of thought. I apologize. 37 over 8. There we go. 37 over 8. And then I have to do the reciprocal. So I'm going to flip it and make it 8 over 37. My answer is B. So again, you did 8 times 4, 32. 32 plus 5 gave you the 37. This is your improper fraction. Then you are doing the reciprocal, which you are flipping to 8 over 37. Number 9. Oh, look, see, now this is why I was probably thinking of Dora, because I have Diego in my next question. Diego practices guitar for a total of 9 3/4 hours each week. He practices for 3/4 of an hour each time. All right. How many times does Diego practice guitar each week? So again, if I already have my whole number or my total, this is how much in all, then there are only two things that I can do to solve this problem. I'm either subtracting to break it up, or I'm going to divide, because I already know my total. If I know the total, I'm going to subtract it or I'm going to divide it. With this problem, since I'm trying to figure out groups of 3/4, I'm dividing in this problem. So I have 9 3/4. I'm dividing that by 3/4. Dividend, divisor. I have to take my mixed number and I'm going to turn it into an improper. For this, I'm multiplying, I'm adding, because remember, you're really doing 9 times 4/4, because originally that's what the whole number was, and then you're adding your 3 to it. So we have 39/4. I'm going to write it next to it because otherwise I'll run out of room. And I'm going to divide that by 3/4. This is my equation now once I have turned it from mixed to improper. Let's go ahead and look at this in one of two ways. You can keep, change, flip. Or remember that just like multiplication with fractions, you can divide straight across. So if I look at this problem, I could do 39 divided by 3. Well, I'm pretty good with math now. I've been doing this for a little while. 9 divided by 3, that's going to give me 3. What is 3 divided by 3? It's going to give me 1, because 39 divided by 13, and I'm going to prove it right here, 39 divided by 3 is going to give me 3. Right here, 13. So here's my 13. And then 4 divided by 4, well, that's 1. And if you have a whole number, 13 over 1, this gives you a total of 13. So my answer for this one is A, 13. Now for my keep, change, flip people, I won't leave you out. Let me keep, change, flip it. You ready? I have my 39 over 4. I'm going to multiply it by 4/3. However, I'm going to think back to problem 7, and I'm going to do a little cross canceling first. 4 divided by 4 is 1. 4 divided by 4 is 1. Do you see what's about to happen here? We have 39 and we have 3. Does 3 go into 39? Yes, it does. I can cross cancel again. You ready? 1. We have already done the work for this, so we know it's 13. 13 over 1, which gives you 13. Tricky, tricky, tricky. Now, if you wanted to multiply 39 by 4, have at it. 4 times 3, have at it. You'll be dividing by 12 in the end, and you will get to 13. All right, let's take a look at number 10. This one is 3/4 divided by 5/6. Since I did both ways that time, I think this one I'm going to stick with the keep, change, flip because I can't divide 3 with 5 and 4 divided by 6. I can't do it. It has to work like we did in this problem where you had 39 divided by 3. You could do that straight across. So I have 3/4 times 6/5, the reciprocal. Do I have anywhere that I can do some cross canceling? I promise it gets easier to spot it as you keep practicing it, and that's why I want to keep showing it to you because it does help in the end. So I have a 4 and a 6 here. What's my greatest common factor of 4 and 6? My greatest common factor is 2. So I'm dividing both of these by 2. 4 divided by 2 is going to give me 2. 6 divided by 2 is going to give me 3. So now I have 3 times 3, 9, 2 times 5, 10. My answer is 9/10. All right, hopefully you're seeing the value of that cross canceling. Finding the GCF of 48 and 36. Let's do the ladder method on this one. We love a good old ladder method. Remember, GCF is going to be on the left. So we have 48 and 36. I know a little bit about my times tables, and I know that 12 will go into both of those. So 48 divided by 12, 4. 36 divided by 12, 3. I can't go any further. I have a prime number here, and neither number will be divided by anything other than 1. So my GCF is 12. There is my final answer, is 12. And if you started off with 2, or if you decided to divide by 6, you're just going to have extra steps. Remember that for your GCF, you're multiplying the numbers that you have left. So you're going to multiply those numbers. Number 12, LCM of 8 and 10. I'm going to use the ladder again for this one. And I am dividing by 2. 8 divided by 2 gives me 4. 10 divided by 2 gives me 5. LCM, let me grab my other color here. I'm making my LCM because it's an L. Don't make fun of me. My jokes don't get much better than that. All right, I have 2 times 4 times 5. 2 times 4, 8. 8 times 5, giving me 40 as my LCM. D is my answer for number 12. All right, my phone is about to die, so we're going to do 2 more questions, hopefully, and then I will start the video up again, and I will get the second page done. Sandy baked 36 cookies and 45 brownies. She wants to put the same number of cookies and the same number of brownies in each basket. What is the, oh look, they've given us a present, greatest number of baskets she can make? If I've got greatest number, what am I finding? This is your Dora moment. That's right, I'm finding the GCF. All right, so we have 36 and we have 45. We could do this 2 ways. I could do it with my ladder method, or I could do it with my listing. And since I've used the ladder a few times, let's go ahead and list on this one. I know, I don't usually list. I like my ladder, but I want to make sure I show it both ways. So I have, let me give myself extra room here. 1 and 36, 2 times 18. I have 3 times 12. I have to think about these while I'm doing these. 4 times 9, and then 6 times 6 gives me 36. Yeah, that's all of them. Okay, just checking. And then for 45, I have 1 and 45. 2 will not go in. 3 will go in. I have to think of time. This gives me 15. And then 5 times 9. I have lots of space left over in that one. All right, I am looking for my common factors. So when I look for those common factors, I've got 1, I have 3, I have 9, and that's as far as I have. And then I'm looking for my greatest of those. Well, 1, 3, 9, which is my greatest combination. That's going to be 9. So my final answer is A, 9. Question 14, Lauren visits the park every 4 days and goes to the library every 10 days. Good job, Lauren. If Lauren does both of these today, how many days will pass? That's time passing. You should already know what we're doing. Lauren gets to do them on both. How long will it be until Lauren gets to do them both on the same day again? Well, what does time passing indicate that we will be doing? LCM or GCF? GCF or LCM? Which will it be? You should be answering. Are you ready? The answer is LCM. That's what we're doing. We're doing the LCM. So we're going to do 4 and 10. Let's go ahead and do the ladder on this one since I didn't do it last time. It's going to give me 2. 10 divided by 2 is going to give me 5. I am creating my LCM, which is going to be 2 times 2 times 5. 2 times 2, 4. 4 times 5 is giving me 20. So next time she will be doing both. Going to the park and to the library will be 20 days from today. All right, stay tuned. I'm going to charge my battery for a hot second, and then I'm going to put up the next video.